Okay guys, I'm not a construction person, but this van is solid. They delivered her from Florida for me. It's got good tires. Tires are good. This is where the original air conditioner was when the van was built. I took it out because it's a 110 unit and I'm gonna run on 12 volts, so eventually I'll put a rooftop air conditioner. I know this is kind of janky, but if you have any ideas of how I can make this better, let me know. Also, let me show you what else. I'm just kind of making her my own. So this here is insulated. It's insulated, but I can also roll it up because this window opens. But this has got some serious insulation in it. And then I need to, I believe, take this panel here off. And I don't think there's insulation in there because we prefer to travel when it's colder. I mean, not like minus 60 degrees out, but we prefer to travel when it's colder. So I think these things right here come off, and then underneath there's a screw. So I've replaced this. This was just the regular reflecteds. I just covered it with some upholstery material. Let me go inside real quick. I put up an insulated, you know, those kinds you buy that block out heat and keep in warmth and keep it cool and stuff. I put up that, and it's supposed to look like a barn door, but I don't know if the color is, I like the barn door look, but I don't know, what do you think? I have a max air fan, but right up there's 420 watts of solar. And then on the inside, I screwed up this, it's a bug screen with magnets, so, I mean, you get the idea. But then I also made this is another insulated thing, cover to help. Let me go inside here and turn on some lights. So this rolls up, and then I hook it with a little hooky thing. This will stay connected. This, when I put it out here, it clicks to the metal so it stays on there. But what I need to know, I need some advice. I'm standing up right now, but the floor is different. So like right here, this is raised, but then down here, it's not raised. And I can stand up fine. The sink is under here. There used to be a propane stove here, and the owners took it off because they replaced the refrigerator with a 12 volt unit. The old refrigerator would run off of propane. This is the bathroom. And originally I want to replace it with a composting toilet because I do have a gray tank, but I found heaters for gray tanks. So I need some advice about that because I kind of like it a few times. It's pretty convenient. The water pump, of course, runs on 12 volt. I repainted these cabinet doors. These cabinet doors used to look like this. I originally wanted to take off from here up and make this a bench with a lagoon table, and then Simba's area is going to be under there where the old air conditioner is. And he's already been in here, and I do need to do some extra stuff. You know, everybody that has a cat knows kitty litter, but I bought this amazing vacuum at Walmart for 20 bucks, and that thing freaking works. So I will try to link it when I finish this video. But I really want to take I'm not a construction person, so I need some help with things and ideas. I also like right now you see I have the same, this color, but I just have them magnetized. These are the old window coverings from my SUV that I used, but I want to make them like this one to where I can roll them up, and because there's windows back here and the windows open and the breeze is wonderful. This is the stove. Right now it's set in drive mode so nothing flies all over the place, because if you have a van and you don't do stuff, things fly all over the place, and I've done that. I have put in motion sensor lights. So like this is my closet, so the light automatically comes on. Right now I have a mixture of some colder weather, and then those two have cooler weather because we're kind of in the in-between time. This is the bed looking out. I have a screen that I can hook into so that I can have my door open and have the screen, you know, and, you know, watch the sunset and stuff. But I need some advice, guys. I'm not a construction person. Right now, this is all travel stuff. You know, when I travel, I put it there. And then when I get to where I'm going, I put it elsewhere. And then, let me see if I can turn. Under here are my Battleborn batteries and my solar controller thing over there. These are 200 wired in parallel Battleborn batteries with BMS systems, so they have temperature control. I don't have to worry about that. I do have an inverter that I can turn on to run plugs, but with only 420 watts on the roof and only 200 amp hours of battery, I try to keep the inverter off, because it just, until I get more batteries and a little more, maybe a little more solar power. But I've got a jacker here, and when I'm running, I have a DC to DC charger, which is under here somewhere. Let me see. There she is. So there's a DC to DC charger. So if I'm driving a long distance, and let's say my power stations, which I'm going to rely on a lot, I really need a bigger power station. This is a Jackery 1000 version 2. Absolutely amazing piece of equipment. I just would like to get a bigger one. Just, it never hurts to have extra power when you're off grid. Okay, here's another thing. Let me move this. And I'm doing this all on my, I should do it this way. Sorry. So under here, there is a propane heater. And the propane heater has, this is the way the van was built. Here's the propane situation. Propane tank, right now it's showing a little more than half full. Two questions. Am I gonna have a problem getting people to refill this? It does look original. The van's 35 years old. And ideally, I would want to, my idea is to pull this, get rid of this, because I don't really like, I feel like this is low to the ground and like I'm driving around with a little bomb. This right here, you can see, oh, oops. How do I get this door open so that I can, you know, have more openness? But if I do that, can I cover this with a piece of wood, or will it make the AC work too hard? So I'm asking a lot of questions because I'm learning. I built, okay, wait, sorry. I built my SUV strictly 12-volt roof, solar panel on the roof. Also, I have this solar panel that works wonderfully, and I want to put it right up here, and I want to have it dedicated to just charging my portable solar panels. Under here, you can kind of see where the propane heater system is. So I need somebody to give me some advice on how I can remove this and how I can remove the propane tank underneath, because I want to put in a diesel heater here, but I want to connect it to my fuel tank. I just don't know how to do it. So if anybody can give me some ideas, that'd be great. As far as this van, she is solid as a rock. I love her. That is a 110 TV. So when I'm plugged in, I can use it. But my plan is to not go anywhere where I have to be plugged in. So I'm going to have to remove this TV. And when I've been camping in this so far, I just use my laptop to watch TV. I do have Starlink. If you guys could just give me some ideas, that would be great. I know this video is going to be kind of janky and random, but I have to learn this van. She's got a 318 engine in it with multi-port injection, so there's no carburetor. I don't know if 1990, when they came out, they changed it, but the van is solid, and I feel safe in this van. She weighs 6,200 pounds. Eventually, I want to, put a little beefier tires and a little beefier suspension, but right now, money is tight, so I can't do that. See, in here, all this space in here is completely full with the propane heater, and I could use that space for so many other things. Like right now I've got my toolbox in there. I've got all the necessities in case something breaks. Granted, my tool collection is sort of ragtag, but I've managed to be able to handle it well. The propane heater does work. I'm just concerned about efficiency. I want to be as efficient as possible. So, and these are just things to always have in a vehicle, I feel like. I've got some oil, I've got some coolant. This is bug spray, WD-40. We all know what this is. Hammer, an axe. Yes, don't come at me. I need to work on that. Matter of fact, I don't even think I've ever used it other than for a hammer. So let's walk around a little bit. All the windows work. There's 0 leaks because I spent a couple of days in rainstorm. Little things like this where the tinting has come off, I think I can fix that. I've got steel screens, which are amazing. I didn't even think they made these anymore. So the front, this is the name of the people. This is they named their van. This, I named her Sophia, so I'm going to replace this with Sophia. If you don't know anything about Sophia, I'll link it in this video. There's also, so on these old vans, when you have the doors open, they'll run your battery down. So I put a battery shut off so that when I'm working in it, I don't have to worry about my battery running down. She looks good. They drove her out here from Florida to me, so that's a 2,000-mile trip. The air conditioner works. My son went through it with a fine-tooth comb. She's got the good 318 in it. He really didn't find anything wrong with her. Mom, I really can't find anything wrong with her. She does have a couple of oil leaks, but they don't leave big puddles. It's just one of those things with a 35-year-old vehicle, but I love it. I specifically looked for an antique blue van. And I found one, and I'll explain in the description how I feel. But you guys got to tell me what you think, because I also have one of those big white insulated window covers that hook around rear view mirrors and then hook into the door. That, you guys, if you have a van and you go anywhere, absolutely amazing as far as insulation. So here she is. These are my window covers from my old vehicle, so they don't necessarily fit, but they do the job. And these two are insulated. They've got 3 layers of insulation, and then they're covered with material. So I also want to make the wheels prettier. And would you believe it? These vehicles, it's been so many years, I still get to pack wheel bearings. I haven't packed wheel bearings since I was 18. I don't know. I think that's kind of cool. Some people may not. But she's exactly what I wanted. And see, if I can get rid of the propane heater, I can put in my diesel heater, and here's the exhaust already for it. So give me some hints, guys. Oh, here, this is another thing. See in here, I need to put some insulation in there. They just use this for storage. I'm gonna put some insulation because this is all, you know, here's my hand. There's no insulation in there. And then I'm also gonna put one of those tables that come up and come down. But if anybody can explain to me or figure out or tell me how to get the second door open. Okay, for reference, this vehicle was built in Canada. I do not know who did the camper conversion, but I'm trying to find out. So this is just kind of an information video to ask for some help. I'm not a construction person. I'm not ignorant about things, but it's just not my, field of specialty. So I appreciate you guys listening. This bed is more comfortable than the bed in my house. And tell me what you think about those curtains. I don't know if you can really tell, they're kind of barn. Let me see if I can zoom in. See, they're kind of look like barn curtains, but the green is a little brighter. I think maybe if I repaint these, it might help. But I like earth tone and kind of dark colors. Above the sink, where's my finger? Right there. That's just peel and stick. I'm gonna peel that off and put on some kind of tile that isn't heavy, but isn't the stick-on kind, but will last a while. I also want to do that to the countertop, which is right here. So if you guys could give me some suggestions. I know they make 12-volt TVs. I haven't found any with decent reviews. I might just take the TV. I don't know. I'm sure maybe one day we'll all park in an actual camping spot, because I can plug in. Obviously, here's my 30 amp cord there. And my 30 amp, where'd it go? 30 amp cord plug in there. One other thing. Okay. Back barn door, it doesn't split in half. I believe this spare tire holder is original. I mean, if you look close, pretty original. And heavy. So here's how it's connected. I want to take this off. Where'd it go? Okay, there it goes. I want to take this off and make it so I can open it like to the side or to both sides. And I want to get that solar panel on top. So, right now, I bought this van. I am disabled. I bought this van because getting out in nature helps with a lot of things. I just want to make sure I'm doing things right. So if you guys could help me out or give me suggestions, I would really appreciate it. Thank you. And thanks for watching. This is all new to me. It's super new to me to share so much. I mean, I've shared a lot of things on my personal blog, but I have a hard time being on camera and talking, and my words get jumbled, and I'm kind of a nerd, so I'm just asking for help. So if you guys got any suggestions, let me know. Thank you.